Hello, in this video I will be talking about the anatomy and mechanics of Alex Pereira's knockout loss against Israel Adesanya. So I'm Dr. Harun Ilyas, and if you are into mechanics and anatomy of sports related stuff, consider subscribing to this channel. So let us first have a look at the kind of punch that Israel Adesanya threw to put Alex Pereira away, and there were two right hooks from Israel Adesanya. The first one rattled Alex Pereira, but it was really the second one that has caused the damage to Pereira. And as we discuss the anatomy of right hook, we can see that our elbow is flexed, and when right hook has been thrown by Israel Adesanya, bicep muscle, tricep muscle and the deltoid muscle of Israel Adesanya was at isometric contraction. And by isometric contraction, I really mean that when the muscle is firing, its length is not being increasing. And as you can see that when its length is not increasing and the elbow is being flexed, and all the power for this right hook has been generated by the rotation of the torso. And when Israel Adesanya first hit Alex Pereira on the zygomatic bone, or the prominent portion of our cheek, Alex Pereira was rattled. Although it was his neck muscles, it was his strengthening that held him from going into a knockout, but it was the second hook that did the damage. So looking down at this knockout, we can say that this knockout has not been caused by a fracture or a rupture of an artery or a damage to a nerve, but this is basically a knockout that has been resulted due to shutting down of the brain. And the main reason to back this thing up is the way Alex Pereira's head hit the canvas, and he wasn't able to support his head, and his head slammed twice onto the canvas. As after the second right hook from Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira wasn't able to support his head, and it rattled off the canvas, and he wasn't able to continue the fight after this. So another reason for Alex Pereira's knockout could be that Israel Adesanya's right hook has hit the temporal side of Alex Pereira's head, and if we look at this thing closely, it's more near to the ear, and with that impact near to the ear, there could be any disturbance in the vestibular system of the Alex Pereira's body, and that has resulted in the destability of Alex Pereira. And as we know that the vestibular system is responsible for maintaining the balance of our body. So let us now discuss what other possible things could have happened to Alex Pereira by these kind of stiff punches. And the first punch landed on the cheek of Alex Pereira, and the cheekbone is usually referred to as zygomatic bone. And you can see that in this picture right here that the cheekbone could have been damaged, could have been fractured by the first punch of Israel Adesanya. The first punch was also quite stiff and quite powerful, but it wasn't able to take Alex Pereira out, but it could have been damaged Alex Pereira's zygomatic bone. And after the first punch, Israel Adesanya threw a second right hook, and when he threw a second right hook, the point of contact was the temporal bone near to the ear. And as we can see that there is an artery named middle meningeal artery that passes near the ear, and any rough damage to this portion can result in the breakage, the rupture of the middle meningeal artery, and that can result in epidural hemorrhage or epidural hematoma. And but I don't think this is the case right here with Alex Pereira, and as he was fine after regaining the consciousness, and he wasn't showing any signs of weakness. But I do think this could be a possibility in the athletes who used to combat sports and receive these kind of punches near the temporal bone. So this is it from this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you are into content related to sports medicine, consider subscribing to this channel.